Let's talk about some of the defamation impact. Now, obviously, the continuous lie that Zane spread about has impacted my company and my personal life tremendously. Right? Let's talk about defamations. There are numerous articles written about me through different esports channels across the globe, based on what Zane said about Dave, about me particularly, not allowing them, blocking them from going to MSC. And I received a lot of smears. I received a lot of fake and misinformation about me and my company. And also, I received a lot of death threats. And none of it was addressed by the people who led those lies to say, stop, I made a mistake. They have never done that. Ever. Now, obviously, there are certain clippers, there are a lot of fake news out there that particularly said, spread fake news and made it look really, really bad. And I want to show you something about fake news sales, right? The video about Dave, the defamation, right? The fake news, the lie about me blocking BDK, the lie where Zane called me snake across the internet has 9.8K views. And the same videos about Zane clarifying about what actually happened only have 141 views. That's just unfortunately what happens because fake news do sell really, really fast. And this type of action is extremely irresponsible. And I believe it's illegal. But we're still investigating that. Anyways, regarding certain damages, I'm gonna lay out something here, and then I'm not gonna lay out a lot of damages because they are still under investigation, and then we'll wait for my team to make the call later on. My personal damage, the damage directly related to me, I'm forced to step down from any activities as a public figure, including being a caster, host, guest, KOL, etc., due to the damaged reputation and drama. Currently, like after a tournament, I have to put a pause on all my social media posts, despite the fact, you guys probably know I like to make analysis videos about tournaments. And then after the tournament, after the entire defamation, I could not do it. I received infinite amount of harassments and death threats through my personal DMs, through public channels. If you go to my YouTube channel, the first video you will see, it's all slander in comment section, based on lie. So I cannot post any social media posts. I cannot even hang out with my friends, right? Like before the tournament, because a lot of people think I only know, like because of lie, they think I favor our player or whatnot. Let me tell you this, I'm friend with all the North American community for a long time, for years. I've been here serving the North American community for over 6 years. And then thanks to the time frame that we're here, we happen to be in every single milestone. And then we happen to know all those players. We happen to be friends with them for a long period of time. And because of this, I cannot hang out with friends. I cannot hang out with my friends. I simply can't. In fear of a misconception due to this drama. Now, company damages. Due to the sensitive nature, I will not discuss the detailed damage here. But you can read this in the full report. Let's show you some harassment and death threats. This is just some DMs. I'm not going to cross names here because I think people with this kind of irresponsible behavior should be held responsible. These are just a few. Right after Zane's quote-unquote apology video, after a full live stream of continuous slander, continuous lie, which he said I colluded with outplay, which is complete nonsense. And a continued lie, and in the end, he said the information that he was provided, and he said he apologized. But towards the very end, when everybody left, the whole stream, he continued to slander my name, continued to slander the fact, continued to falsify information regarding my working relationship with Team Outplay. And right after his quote-unquote apology video, I received more death threats, more harassments than ever before. I received more people calling me snake than ever before. I do not think it's an apology. I think the apology was inappropriate. I think it's, again, the entire narrative has been led by a very irresponsible behavior and irresponsible person. And this is just some of them. Let's address some frequently asked questions. Zayn on his live stream has repetitively said, I did not respond to Zayn when he accused me of wrongdoing, according to his words, right? Wrongdoing. Let's listen to what he said. Hopefully this will play.
Basically, a worker told me that
it doesn't play. It doesn't play. I recommend you go to the report. The link is down in the description. You can watch the video. You can watch the clip. The video basically said he nicely said he presented information to me, and I did not respond. Hopefully it plays. I want you guys to hear.
The Munson worker.
I want you to hear what he said, and in contrast of what actually happened.
That Dave had all of OP sign the form. And I sent that to Dave, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And Dave didn't reply, probably.
This is more than enough to prove my point. Zayn specifically lowered his volume when he said, what the fuck is this, right? He basically made it sound like he kindly asked about information, inquiring about certain accusations that's not true. So let me show you exactly what actually happened. This is that day when Zayn asked me about, or quote unquote nicely asked me about information. Yato and T were having passport issues, as you guys already know by now. Again, everything laid out on the report have witness. You can ask everyone involved that listed in the witness to cross-check everything we laid out here. T says, do you speak Chinese? Can you talk to my mom? I need someone to talk to my mom to get passport or whatnot, right? That's what T said. Despite the fact, at this point, this entire case for PTK has being handed over to a Moontown official league operation. So basically it's not related to NACT committee anymore. I still decided to help him. I said, sure, T. Send me all the information you need and I will help. T said, okay, thank you, right? I DM'd T as well. You can ask T about this. Zayn started saying, having OP sign forms already argue. Being very sarcastic in his tones, right? Obviously, being a very immature kind of comment, I'm gonna ignore it, right? I don't really respond to very stupid comments right away, especially at the time when I'm helping PDK to go to MSC. I said, tell me which number you want me to call on. This is a reply to T. And then Zayn continued his slander. Everyone quick to bite the hand, munching those freaking fingers, right? And then T, obviously also ignoring Zayn, continued to give me information about who to call on his mom because T needed help. And I want to help T, I want to help BDK to go. And then what happens is, I said, okay, that's T's mom's number. I asked him, do you want me to call her now or later? That's basically what I was responding. And then Zayn continues, Dave, do you work for OP? With his own reaction. That's freaking corrupt. I need an apology, Dave. Can't wait to freaking stream tonight. T said, yes, please call her now. Now, obviously, you have to understand, I'm sitting here trying to help BTK. And the entire time, Zayn just yelling like a maniac on the side, right? If you are in that scenario, do you respond to a maniac or do you just simply ignore him? Then, right after that, I responded, actually, I'm busy at the moment because at this point, Zayn's renting is going out of hand. I said, can you ask Zayn to call instead? Good luck. Because this is already out of my hand. I was helping out of courtesy because I want to support an age champion. So I wanted to help T. But big shout out to the captains renting in the group chat, right? And then Zayn started going out of hand. Freaking snake, busy sucking and milking OPs, whatever words that he wanted to use. Very mature and almost exactly the same as what Zayn detailed as what he said of showing the case to me. And let's listen to exactly what he said again.
Basically, a worker told me that
after this plays, you can listen to what he says.
Dave informed the Munson worker that Dave had all of OP sign the form. I sent that to Dave and I was like, what the fuck is this? And Dave...
Is that what Zayn said? I think he has a very specific ability to downplay what he did and made it sound like he asked very nicely, right? He asked in a gentle way, hey, Dave, can you explain this? Can you help me understand why this was this way? Can you understand why this is the message? Is that what actually happened? I will leave that to you guys, the jury, the audience, the entire community, judge yourself. This is exactly what happened. Go ask the entire BTK community. Go ask the entire BTK members. Go ask people who are involved in this, which is Pika ML, who was the team manager at the time, who are involved in this. And ask exactly how Zane asked this question. Now, another frequently asked question is what actually happened that night on grand final day? A continuous lie that spread about me is Dave did not try to help BTK whatsoever. Did not even attempt to help BTK whatsoever, right? That night, I just went to sleep. After I sent a message to Zane, I just went to sleep. That's according to Zane. Now, let's take a look at the entire timeline, and I will show specific proof. First, right after the grand finals, we had a BTK celebration dinner from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. PDT, Pacific Daylight Time. Witness, I'll list out all the witnesses here, so you can go ahead and ask everyone who were involved. Our play after party is 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. PDT. I was having meetings while waiting for updates throughout the time I was there. Basically, the entire time after grand finals, I was having meetings about BTK's situation, right? What's going on? Why was there a conflict of rules and all that kind of stuff? I was asking because we want to send BTK to MSC, obviously, right? We're all shocked that BTK could not go. Let's continue to read. From 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. PDT, 4 a.m. PDT. This is after a whole day of production where we woke up at 7 a.m., 7:30-ish to continue. This is me, by the way, until 4 a.m. to continue fighting for BTK chance at MSC. Again, you can cross-check this with everyone who are involved. Number 4, at 4 a.m. PDT, after meeting with officials, I was requested by Moonton, by officials, to send BTK final versions of the rules, expecting to wake up fairly late the other day. This is 4 a.m. in my time, Pacific Daylight Time. Every single player has flights next morning. Throughout a whole night of back and forth with officials, we're able to extend the deadline because the deadline initially was May 14th, the grand final evening. Throughout the whole evening of arguing on behalf of North America region of Bloodthirsty King as a team, we were able to extend that deadline one more day. But I was requested to send the rules, specific rules the team have to follow by that deadline, which is the next day. And then because all the players have flights the next day back home, and it was already 4 a.m., I anticipated me to wake up pretty late. So I sent in the group chat with the detailed rules they have to follow. That was confirmed to me that night. Around 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m., Zane forced his way into my hotel room while my girlfriend and I were asleep. The banging noise sounded like someone force kicking the door open. We were both very shocked, and Cece opened the door to stop the noise. This is my girlfriend, by the way. So you have to understand, at the time, like, our brain was like, I just slept for an hour. I don't know how many hours my girlfriend slept, probably a few hours as well. Like, in that kind of state of mind, when somebody is forced kicking your door open, you don't really know what's going on, right? Your entire brain is all muddy, right? Like, everything was kind of cloudy in your brain. For me particularly, I heard a noise. I heard a banging noise, but I was like kind of waking up, kind of not waking up, because I wasn't sure what's going on. The banging noise was so crazy, it was so insane that I think we're trying to do everything to stop it. So Cece actually just sit up and go open the door without even taking a look at the pee hole and what happened. He just want to stop the noise. And after she opened the door, Zane forced her way into my room. So I took Zane outside to reduce the impact on my girlfriend's rest after a long weekend, and then proceed to have meetings for PTK downstairs till 11 a.m. that morning. Until Zane eventually left. He actually left before me from the table, and I stayed to continue waiting for official answers and updates, but no meaningful changes to the rule actually happened. This is the entire day. And you can cross-check this with, again, every single witness that I laid out here. Everyone I laid out here were there when this event happened. And you can see exactly what actually happened there by checking with them. I don't have to prove anything. This is just facts.